Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. In this video, we'll be discussing the duration that witches and wizards live. Haven't you ever wondered how old your favourite characters are, and how near they actually are to kicking the bucket? Immortality seems to be a heavily touched on subject in Harry Potter, particularly because Voldemort was intent on achieving it through the use of Horcruxes. But sometimes I wonder why he was so compelled to achieve it. The truth is that on a physiological level, wizard kind isn't so different from humankind, besides the fact that witches and wizards can perform, well, magic. The main difference is that witches and wizards are less afflicted by mundane illnesses, injuries, and sicknesses. Where a bad cold could be bad news for a very old muggle human, it may not be an issue for a witch or wizard. It's always implied throughout the books and films that witches and wizards live considerably longer than their muggle counterparts, but how much longer? Why? In an interview, J.K. Rowling was asked, how old is old in the wizarding world, and how old are Professors Dumbledore and McGonagall? To which she responded, Dumbledore is 115, and Professor McGonagall is a sprightly 70. Wizards have a much longer life expectancy than muggles. This made me wonder, if Dumbledore was a whopping 115 when he died, with seemingly a lot of natural life force, what is the upper limit of how long a wizard can expect to live? I think really, besides subtle physiological differences, some of the main reasons for them living longer are as follows. Number 1. Witches and wizards have access to better medicines and medical remedies. This means that they are more effectively able to treat a wide variety of illnesses and conditions. Wizarding medicine is particularly advanced, and where a human may suffer from something, like a potentially fatal bone break, their wizard counterpart would be able to take advantage of a potion, like Skelegrow, which either mends broken bones or regrows them entirely. A broken bone can be fixed in one night, where a human may require a cast along with physical therapy for months. This is just a prime example of how much more advanced wizarding medicine is. Other examples of restorative treatments include Phoenix Tears, which can heal someone even after very severe injuries, case in point Harry getting bitten, Unicorn Hair, which is used for dressing wounds, and even Unicorn Blood, if you dare, which will save you, but at the cost of a cursed existence. Number 2. If you look at the 15 most common causes of kicking the bucket worldwide for muggles, the majority of the list is treatable by wizarding medicine. One of the main ones that isn't would be a car accident, but even then, wizards don't drive, and they still may be recoverable with something like Phoenix's Tears, if they can get their hands on them. With all of that said, the average wizarding life expectancy was reported at an average of 137 and 3/4 year old in the mid-1990s. This figure reported by the Ministry of Divine Health. This means that they live an average of 73% longer than humans, who cap out at 79. I do think that it is worth mentioning, however, that the duration of their life is incredibly hard to predict. The oldest known wizard on record was reported to have reached the age of 755, which far exceeds the average mentioned above. It was also reported in The Cursed Child that the trolley witch on the Hogwarts Express had been working on the train for 190 years at the point of Albus Potter's 4th year. Perhaps there are simply different tiers of wizards, or maybe it comes down to how pure their bloodline is. But one thing is for sure, they live a lot longer than us muggles. Since we're on the topic of ages, I thought that I'd provide you guys with some ages of some of your favourite characters. Voldemort, aka Tom Riddle, aka the Dark Lord, was a half-blood wizard intent on achieving immortality. Interestingly enough, he faced his untimely demise much younger than average at the age of 71. Hagrid was only half wizard, so the above estimate may not apply to him, but he was reported to have been born in 1928, which means that he was 70 years old at the Battle of Hogwarts. Severus Snape. Snape was a half-blood wizard reported to have been born in 1960. This means that he met his untimely and unfortunate fate at the age of 38. McGonagall. This one is a bit of a canon blunder. Fantastic Beasts 2 takes place in the year 1927 and features McGonagall in her 20s. However, J.K. Rowling revealed in the original series that McGonagall started teaching at the school in 1956 at the age of 21. In a 1995 conversation between Umbridge and McGonagall, McGonagall reveals that she had been working at Hogwarts 39 years this December, which is consistent with what Rowling had said initially. Pomona Sprout. We know that Sprout, the head of Hufflepuff House, is 2 years older than McGonagall, which would make her 65 during the Battle of Hogwarts. Dumbledore. The powerful Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore was born in 1881 and passed away in June 1997 at the age of 115. Slughorn. Professor Horace Slughorn's exact age is unconfirmed, but we do know that when he taught Tom Riddle, he was already getting on a bit. If I had to guess, he was around 30 years older than Riddle at the time, which would mean that he was born in the year 1896. This would mean that Slughorn was 102 during the Battle of Hogwarts. Bellatrix. Bellatrix was 25.22 million years old. Wait, no, that's the star. Bellatrix Lestrange was born in 1951 and passed away at the age of 47. Nicholas Flamel. Nicholas Flamel was old, and I mean old. He looked it. He was born sometime between the years 1300 and 1326, and kicked the bucket sometime between 1992 and 1996. This means that he lived to between 665 and 696. Lucius Malfoy. Lucius Malfoy, aka Draco Malfoy's father, was a pureblood wizard born in 1953. At the time of the Battle of Hogwarts, he was only 45. Alistair Moody. Though his exact age is unconfirmed, some sources report that he was born in 1948. This would mean that he was 49 at the time of his demise. This seems accurate. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that I was able to give you some clarity on how long witches and wizards actually live. Until next time, you're Wizard Harry.